What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here to this channel, what's up? My name is Ryan Padilla, and today I wanted to talk about the history of the one classic animated franchise we all know, and that is Madagascar. Yep, Madagascar is a classic movie we all know today, and it features the characters we all know: Alex, Marty, Gloria, Melvin, and every animals from the movie. There are Central Park Zoo characters in the film who are kind of shipped to Madagascar by accident or anything. And so today I thought about talking about the history of the franchise. So let's get started on talking about it, right, guys? Alright, so here we go. According to co-director Tom McGrath, the idea for Madagascar began as a one-sentence promote, and it took about 2 years of development for the idea to be refined to the point where the 4 main characters were finalized. In 1998, DreamWorks and PDI had begun work on an animated film called Rockumentary, which would have featured a Beatles-type band group, but as the Penguins, the penguin characters being a Beatles-type band. And the movie was set to be directed by Eric Darnell after finishing his work on DreamWorks' first animated movie, Ants. But in 2001, the project was scrapped, but after production on Madagascar began, Eric Darnell decided to revive the Penguins as a commando unit rather than a rock band. Tom McGrath and Eric Darnell will be the directors and writers for the film, while composer Hans Zimmer was hired to be the composer for the film, along with DreamWorks being the distributor for the film as well. Casting had begun already to see what actors could be good for the voice roles of the animals in the film. Ben Stiller was cast as the voice of Alex the Lion. Chris Rock was cast as the voice of Marty the Zebra. Jada Pinkett Smith was cast as the voice of Gloria the Hippo. David Schwimmer was cast as the voice of Melvin the Giraffe. Sacha Baron Cohen was cast as the voice of King Julien the Lemur from Madagascar. Cedric the Entertainer was cast as the voice of Maurice, King Julien's right-hand man lemur. Andy Richard was cast as the voice of Mort, a mouse lemur who is King Julien's biggest fan and later becoming a right-hand man for King Julien. Conrad Vernon was cast as the voice of Mason, one of the chimpanzee monkeys from the zoo, and also has a brother monkey named Phil, who is a silent monkey who only talks or communicates through sign language. Elisa Gabrielli was cast as the voice of Nana, a human character in the film that she sees Alex and calls him a bad kitty. Now for the voices of the penguins. Tom McGrath cast himself as the voice of Skipper, one of the penguins in the film. Tom McGrath based the character on a few characters that were played by Charlton Heston, Robert Stack, or other actors that he had watched growing up. In fact, DreamWorks tried to approach Robert Stack about voicing the role of Skipper the Penguin, but before production on the animation began, Robert Stack passed away. So, Tom McGrath decided to cast himself as the voice of Skipper while also co-writing and co-directing the movie. Animator Chris Miller was cast as the voice of Kowalski, another penguin who is a commando unit with Skipper. Christopher Knights was cast as the voice of Private, another penguin who is a commando unit with Skipper and Kowalski. Jeffrey Katzenberg, the co-founder and former CEO of DreamWorks, also had an uncredited voice in the film as Rico, another penguin who is part of Skipper, Kowalski, and Private's team. Filming had begun in mid-2004. Also, a teaser trailer for Madagascar was released featuring Ben Stiller talking to us and everybody about the film, about Alex the Lion, how he, Gloria the Hippo, Marty the Zebra, and Melvin the Giraffe, along with Mason and Phil, the chimpanzee monkeys, are enjoying their life as Central Park Zoo animals in New York City, When the movie was released on May 27, 2005, the movie received mixed reviews from critics who praised the performances and the visuals and anything, but also criticized the story or anything. But to me, guys, Madagascar is a classic animated DreamWorks film that we all like to watch, and is also a funny movie for all of us to see. The success of the movie spawned a multimedia franchise, starting with two sequels, Madagascar Escape to Africa and Madagascar 3 Europe's Most Wanted. Both of these films released in 2008 and 2012. Also, there was two holiday specials for the franchise, and that is Merry Madagascar and Madly Madagascar. There was also an animated short film that was made called Madagascar Penguins of the Christmas Caper. The short film was released in theaters along with the opening with the DreamWorks movie Wallace and Gromit: The Curse of the Were-Rabbit. Ben Stiller, Jada Pinkett Smith, Chris Rock, David Schwimmer, and everybody from the first film reprised their roles in the sequels as well as the holiday specials as well. There was two spin-off TV shows for the franchise, The Penguins of Madagascar and Oh Hail King Julian, both of these shows that aired on Nickelodeon and Netflix. There was also another movie in 2014 called Penguins of Madagascar, which that movie was released featuring the characters we all know, the penguins. Let's talk about the spin-off TV shows, starting with The Penguins of Madagascar. The Penguins of Madagascar TV show on Nickelodeon features the characters we all know, the penguins, back at the Central Park Zoo, along with King Julian, Maurice, Mort, Mason, and Phil, and most of anybody from the movies back at the zoo. Also, a new animal character in the show was Marlene, an otter, new to the zoo, and also an elephant, a kangaroo, gorilla, rhino, or any new animal as part of the Central Park Zoo. 4 actors from the movies did reprise their roles for the show, but let me tell you guys about the actors that were not part of the show due to scheduling conflicts. Chris Miller voiced Kowalski in the Madagascar movies, but he's not able to reprise his role as the character in the show due to scheduling conflicts, and instead for the show, his character was taken over by voice actor Jeff Bennett. Christopher Knights voiced Private in the Madagascar movies, but he is not available to reprise his role as Private, and instead his character was taken over by voice actor James Patrick Stewart. Sacha Baron Cohen is also not available to reprise his role as the voice of King Julian in the show due to scheduling conflicts as well. So, his character was taken over by actor and comedian Danny Jacobs. In fact, guys, Danny Jacobs had voiced a human character already in Madagascar Escape to Africa. Danny Jacobs would later reprise the role of King Julian in the Oh Hail King Julian TV show for Netflix, as well as reprising the role in 2 of the Madagascar holiday specials, and reprising the role again for an uncredited cameo in the Penguins of Madagascar movie in 2014. Centric the Entertainer voiced Maurice in the Madagascar movies, and he too is not able to reprise his role in the show, so his character was instead taken over by voice actor Kevin Michael Richardson, who later reprised the role in the Oh Hail King Julian TV show as well. Now guys, 4 of the actors from the movies did reprise their roles for the show, which includes Tom McGrath reprising his role as Skipper the Penguin, John DiMaggio reprising his role as the voice of Rico in the show, since he had already voiced the character already, first appearing as the voice of the character in Madagascar 2. Rico in the TV show was kind of his personality is kind of different in the show rather than how he was. When you see right now, in the original movies, Rico is more of a smart penguin like Skipper, Kowalski, and Private. But for the TV show, you see him having like a small hair ball on top of his head or anything, or talking like, "When you mad about the bitty button? Yeah. Or, "Oh, you mad when you bitty button?" You know, like how he talks like that, anything, you know? He had first appeared like that on the Madagascar Penguins of Christmas special caper already. Andy Richter reprises his role as the voice of Mort, the mouse lemur from the movies. Conrad Vernon also reprises his role as Mason, the chimpanzee monkey from the movies as well. The Penguins of Madagascar TV show was a great successful show for everyone to watch, since the show focuses more on the penguins and everybody rather than Alex, Gloria, Marty, Melvin, you know? The show would air on Nickelodeon from 2008 to 2015, lasting for 3 seasons. Now let's talk about All Hail King Julian. All Hail King Julian is a TV show on Netflix, and the show is kind of a prequel to Madagascar, showing how King Julian, Maurice, and Mort, how they all were on the island of Madagascar, before Alex, Marty, Melvin, and Gloria arrived on the island. Danny Jacobs and Kevin Michael Richardson reprised their roles as King Julian and Maurice, respectively. And also Andy Richter reprises his role as the voice of Mort in the show as well. All Hail King Julian would last on Netflix from 2014, I believe, or 2013 to 2017, lasting for 5 seasons. While the original actors who voiced the characters from the movies continued to reprise their roles in only 2 sequels, while the other actors continued voicing their characters in the spin-off shows or the holiday specials. Making this the first time DreamWorks has the character played by 2 voice artists, either for a movie or a TV show spin-off or a special, in case one original actor is unavailable to reprise the role and having another actor take over for them. And that's all I can say for the history of Madagascar, guys. Thank you all for watching, and be sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below of what you all thought of this video, and let me know in the comments down below of what your favorite Madagascar movie was, or your favorite Madagascar TV show spinoff was, alright? Oh, one more thing, guys, before I go, guys. Madagascar 4 was originally supposed to be released in 2018, but the movie was scrapped in order for DreamWorks to make room for their upcoming movies, But to me, guys, I'm hoping Madagascar 4 happens soon, because we're wondering to see how Alex, Gloria, Melvin, and Marty, and everybody makes it home back at the zoo, Alright, guys, so I'll see you all in the next video, and yep, bye!